World Card Game Federation here with another local match. We have some fellas competing who don't usually get a chance to compete. We're going to have Chris here, who has become Lord Slug in the flesh, versus Jordan. Jordan here is playing his Bardock deck. A little more experimental, not from sheer tinkering, but more from not enough opportunity to practice. Chris here is going to be going first, or, I'm sorry.
3 cards.
Okay. Chris also has been playing Dragon Ball Super pretty hardcore, so he might have forgotten a few details. He is, of course, playing Radiant Slug, which means, oh, look at this. He's going to go ahead and play, I want to say that's Dragon Ball 5?
I believe
Earth Dragon Ball 5. Yeah, oh, no, it's
This one's Stern Combat.
Lord Slug's power, of course, goes off and increases that anger, so that's pretty straightforward.
Your MP gains 3 stages, benefit 3 cards. I would have gained stages, so I'm just at 10.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and power himself up to full, considering the effects of Dragon Balls and the power-up step. Lord Slug's Fist Slam probably should go back. I guess he's going to hold on to it. He's going to rejuvenate his energy block, and that's going to go ahead and go back in the deck. It's going to go back over to Jordan. Jordan here, like we said, has got his Bardock deck. We used to talk about this concept. We said that in terms of difficulty, 1 through 10, deck's difficulty to pilot, we would say anything just automatically with, like we always used to say, Broly was probably the least thinking deck I've ever seen. You just throw your attack, Your action is generally just another attack. Your biggest hurdle is just what order to throw him in. With Bardock, it's to me, it's one of those upper tiers immediately. He's like Dr. Wheelo, just kind of hard to manage. So he's got his pretty decent hand, but he's not confident enough. He does pass and rejuvenate his energy block. If I was him, I probably held on to it. He couldn't know that Lord Slug now has Death Blast.
You have a 0% chance of him actually.
If you guys listen in the background, you can totally hear us debating, talking to the store owner there at Chaos about setting up Grand Con.
Yeah, it turns out gambling.
We all know that he's bullshit.
All right, so it looks like Jordan held on to his energy block, staying on catch. Looks like Chris here drew a setup, I want to say, Namkeian Wish. Usually, oddly enough, almost always draw an early game against Chris. Okay, he's not confident enough to go in. I wouldn't blame him. There's not really anything lethal there. He does rejuvenate Barricade, goes back to his life deck. Looks like he held on to, his giant energy attack. Okay, so it goes back over to Bardock, or aka Jordan. Jordan's got some good stuff. I'd probably go in on that, at least a decent amount of attacks. The only thing you got to worry about, of course, is that if things go bad, Chris can just end combat. He's going to pass, rejuvenate, spin kick. I don't blame him. I think he's just holding on to his energy block. For him, leveling is such a huge paramount. He probably should have held on to his energy attack. Physical attacks. Oh, he plays DB2. You guys remember this? Do as much as you can rule. Do what you can rule. He would have to still attempt to lower him, even though he's at 1. Which I don't remember if that actually moves somebody's stages if they didn't actually transform. Okay, Chris does not. Oh, he gets raised anger, of course, from Slug's power. He passes, rejuvenates, and goes back over to Jordan. Let's see what Jordan has here.
Because Christ, they don't want packs.
Okay, it looks like Jordan's got some good stuff in his hand. It looks like he's got an assortment of blocks and minor attacks. Then he has Bardock's powers, of course. I would frankly have went in on that. I wouldn't have had any hesitation.
He had chosen to host the Grand Con.
I think he's going to pass and rejuvenate another spin kick. You can hear us loudly debating in the background. Okay, looks like Chris is going to go ahead and draw all of his cards upside down. He's like anything he sees, he passes, rejuvenates a hybrid defense, and moves on. Looks like Chris is getting that instant. Okay, he's got Saiyan pregame in play, an excellent card, handful of blocks, so that's probably not a good hand to go in on. He's going to go ahead and pass, rejuvenate, another Saiyan energy reflection. Again, not bad cards to be putting back, but I think with Rampaging's limited ability to do regeneration, it probably isn't the greatest idea ever to be so passive. But, it's a different build, a lot of defensive cards.
I'm tired of not doing anything, so let's go ahead.
Okay, Chris is finally confident enough to go in. He's got his cards ready to rock. He is going to go ahead and activate his Mastery as his opening move, which is a pretty good idea, because if you were to put any other DBs in play, Mastery shuts off. Okay, he gets 2 anger from that one from the Mastery, 1 from Lord Slug. Excellent ideas. And it is a ball 3, so he's going to have to go ahead and resolve that. He should actually level as soon as he resolves this Dragon Ball's effect, because that anger he got was all from placing it into play effects. Or, yeah, he really should be taking care of that. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hush my mouth. That's from the master. He doesn't do anything. He's used Bardock's powers. Bardock's level 1. Chris is going to go ahead and get refreshed with its effect. I can't say as I blame him. I can't personally. I always forget which one is on level 1 or level 2.
There's my hand. You can search for a card. It doesn't have to be any card in my hand.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and do Bardock's Search and Destroy.
Look at my hand, and he gets to search the deck and destroy it. He doesn't have to choose one of the cards.
Yeah, you can get any card you want. You just have to show.
So you remember it's a 2-step process: reveal followed by a search and then destroy. A couple of cards. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess Sagacious could be a good target for that. Deck really should be properly shuffled.
Oh, you swung at me?
Okay, so he used Bardock's level 1 power, and he should have raised his anger 1 level for the search and the destroy.
I'll use this.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and use. Wow. He's going to go ahead. I forget this card. Memento? I forget the name of this card. But it's the Namkeian style event that gives your opponent control of a DV, but only after you've used its immediate effects. Very powerful. He's going to go ahead and level off this one. Awesome sauce. So he's going to go ahead and draw the bottom 3 cards, shuffle in any 2 cards from his hand. The hand filtering is invaluable. Though I still live in mortal fear of the day when there won't be any more DV decks built around the Namkeian stuff. Excuse me, the Namek Dragon Balls. Feel kind of scary days when I gotta like it or lump it with the Earth Dragon Balls. The only problem is, as you guys know, if you get a Dragon Ball handed to you by Lord Slug, he's probably going to take it back 1 second later. Look at that Sagacious hanging out there. Oh, mercy. Woo! He's going to go ahead and throw Saiyan Tantrum. An excellent card. If it raises, he should go ahead and take 6 life cards, rejuvenate 3 cards, which should be just rejuvenate 3 is just the top. We don't really pick those. Then it's going to go ahead and crit Chris, and then of course on the hit he should be raising his anger because of the mastery. So just keep in mind Jordan should have 2 anger at this point. He does steal up all 5. Oh, Jordan should be keeping track of his anger. It's just off camera. How do you like them apples? Okay, and then of course, oh look at this. Oh man. And he uses Lord Slug's regeneration, explodes up to level 3. He's going to go ahead and throw... Oh, and he did it. Lord Slug's Fist Slam. Remember, he auto raises his anger 2 levels and gets to go ahead and auto capture a Dragon Ball, which is pretty great, and do a little bit of rejuvenating. So pretty good for everybody. Now he's going to go ahead and resolve all those effects. Resolve those, make a shuffle, raise his anger.
I'm at 200,000.
I'm going to say that's 200,000 to B.
You're at what?
Okay, so we're resolving a little bit of AT stages. Sorry guys, sometimes when you don't play AT stages, beats enough, you start to lose a little bit of it. And that's just fun, when you can't remember what stages are at. Alrighty. So that gets resolved. Finally Jordan has an opportunity to respond. Okay, Jordan's going to pass, which I would at least start pitching cards in my hand if I don't need them. Ooh, the giant blast. I forget the name of this card off the top of my head. But it's the one that, of course, does the giant, unpreventable blasting damage.
3, 6, 7, 8 unpreventable.
8 unpreventable life cards. I don't remember if Jordan's actually holding a block. I might have confused unpreventable with unstoppable. I don't think so.
Oh, and 2 stages.
Man, 2 stages from Lord Slug's level. Ugh, and it crits Jordan down. And I assume he's going to go ahead and steal a dragon. Yep, crits, steal a Dragon Ball. 8 stages.
No action, you're passive.
Oh, he's doing it. He did a DB3. He passed it to him again. And he's going to go ahead and use its effect first. He's going to go ahead and milk it for all it's worth. Going to get them 3 cards on the bottom, shuffle 2 from his hand. Significant hand filtering. The easy ones to get rid of. I want to say it's Namkeian Hunt or one of those other cards. No, I'm thinking of Black Haunting.
I'm gonna continuously abuse that fucking game damage. There's nothing you can
Yeah,
do.
it's pretty darn outrageous the amount of damage you can surprise blast you with. It can make up a lot of ground whenever you're falling behind life card damage wise. I just thought you never live hard enough to see, live long enough to watch good old Lord Slug become a giant blasting heavy hitter. And the attack comes back and blasts him to smithereens. Yeah. If you guys are paying attention to these Lord Slug matches, they're going to start ending like that a lot. 1 or 2 giant blasts from this particular energy attack late game, it's over. Okay, he's going to Lord Slug Fist Slam, steal DB3. Oh man, you guys saw where this was going way before I did. He's going to auto capture, raise his anger 2 levels. Then he's going to go ahead and resolve his. He's going to go ahead, handle his rejuvenation, and then he has to resolve DB.
And then I shuffle. Does this go to the graveyard first?
No, he's wondering if it gets discarded first. No, it's still out because we're resolving all of its effects. So no, Lord Slug's Fist Slam won't be in the discard pile when it happens.
Capturing the Captain Dragon Ball.
So, no, we have to resolve all of its own effects. But like we were talking about, boy, that Lord Slug, you never thought you'd be able to see him suddenly go from one of the weakest, and even like we said, the old Lord Slug decks, sets 1 through 6, would have had him basically being a DB victory only with a very, very minor beatdown capability. And suddenly he has a completely viable effect. Okay, and since he did not have anything in his hand, the 2 cards he drew from his discard pile are going to go ahead and just go right back into his deck. He has no cards left in his hand, so it's useful, and then it does capture him the card back at this point. Beautifully horrible. And that combat's going to go ahead and end, and believe it or not, after that significant, horrifying beatdown, it's going to, oh no, it goes back over to Jordan. So he probably didn't initiate that. Alright, he's got some decent cards. Oh, a pair of Visiting the Past. Oh boy, under different circumstances, that might have been a very, very good one to have. He's going to pass, rejuvenate, pinpoint blast, or finger blast. I forgot the name of that one. But it's going to go ahead and go back over to Chris. Chris is going to power himself up to full. He's got death in his hands, but he's not going to use them. He's going to go ahead and pass and rejuvenate.
Here we go.
Jordan's going to draw his 3. Oh, this is terrible. Chris here just says no Toma comes out. I probably should put some power stages on it.
He's upstairs.
Yeah, I already told him.
Sure about that?
Yeah, I told him. Have you talked to John yet? No. You need to go talk to him right now.
We're still talking about Grand Cut.
They're Mario's, so I'm mad.
Yeah. I don't want this one with
Pass and rejuvenate. Premonition, which is pretty sweet. Now, here's the thing. In no way is Chris silly enough to actually attack with 2 Visiting the Past out there. He has nothing to gain by going in and being aggressive, so there's a good chance he's just not going to do it. Oh, color be surprised. Okay, so Chris is going to go ahead and invite it. Looks like he's going to have lots and lots of enterings. Jordan, what are you doing? Jordan, don't do that. Okay, he's going to go ahead and, there we go. He's going to use his proper when enterings. He's going to go ahead and take care of Visiting the Past. If I was him, I would grab, well, Spirit Javelin's neat, so he's only going to burn 1. Oh no, he's going to go ahead and use good old, say a pregame.
Play some Fighter Z.
And then I'm going to say Jordan really needs to have used both Visiting the Past to go ahead and gain a foothold. I probably went with something that could deal with, respond to his Namkeian Wish that's still out there, banish it in some way, get rid of it, and if you can... Okay, so Chris would have initiated combat but has to pass because of pregame. And Jordan's going to go ahead and respond with one of the D3 physical attacks from set 1. So 18 will be close enough. And it hits, and Jordan should be raising his anger 1 level.
Counter reaction. And he's full ground pound, which is great. So I was like, oh, fucking awesome.
Oh, I drew you in. It goes back to
Never forgive you until right now.
base stage.
Oh, there it is. Jordan, don't die, don't die.
We're on. We're fine.
It's a
Win the catch.
8 life card plus 2 stage energy attack. I don't know if Jordan still has a block.
2 stages.
Yeah, you still have to do that. I was like, we only have so many
Last 2
people.
stages. Not prevent.
And he takes the hit. Oh, dang it. He might survive this hit, he might not.
Do it like you read it.
No prevention. I was about to say no redemption. Oh, and he gets critted down, so it didn't even matter if he had anger on that hit or not from earlier. Okay, Jordan has a chance to respond.
0% chance of getting this to go, right? Well, what? You got to fucking work? I was like, did you just give him a beat in the office? Is that what just happened? I was saying, I can't
So you hit with Legendary Strike, which is normally a really good hit to keep chaining and just whacking your opponent. But it is just terrible.
Puts me at 5. So 2.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I can
Oh, man.
Saxon stuff.
And the last shot. And this should be it. I believe Jordan cannot survive this hit. No, he survived the gigantic 8 life card hit for a second time. That is 4 direct hits during the course of this game. He didn't take any other damage. Oh, man. So here's the interesting thing. Take a look at Chris's stages. He has no means to level his way out of this. He passes, and I believe Jordan's going to go ahead and draw out.
Does mastery help me at all for Slug? I know it doesn't. Slug's mastery.
Chris is asking a pretty reasonable question. He's asking, would Enlighten do anything for Slug? The answer is no, not really. He had to come up with a hybrid build. Boom, and Jordan draws it. Who couldn't, given that kind of beating? The game is over. So take note, people. For those of you who thought Lord Slug was not viable, yeah, keep thinking that until he hits you with 8 life cards up with him.